What's up, everybody? This is Desmond, and welcome to another video for World of Horror. World of Horror just got a new update. We're currently at version 09.13, and the last video we were at 09.12. This one got a couple of bug fixes. One of the biggest bug fixes is that you can now use the only custom option even if you're not or if you don't have all the locations filled for the custom event. So this is good for testing the custom events and whatnot, and also fix some of the crashes with the custom events. So that's pretty good, but a lot of boosts, a lot of nerfs, a lot of fixes, glitches and other things that have been pretty much dealt with in this one. One that I just kind of noticed is that you can no longer rest for free at the festival mystery, and that's one thing I noticed, but I thought maybe they were just giving us that for free or whatever. I don't know. I thought that was maybe something that came with the mystery, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, we're gonna do some more playthroughs of the custom events that the Discord community of World of Horror have been contributing. So why don't we turn them on and go through some of them. Ooh, look at this really spooky image. You find a small clearing with a cabin. The cabin looks old and the front door is slightly ajar. And this is by Daith. We're going to enter the cabin. Perception check success. Inside you find overturned furniture and items scattered about. Despite the cabin being old, it looks like it was occupied recently. You find a few things that can help you in the future. Alright, now it looks like I think the person didn't properly write out what item it is. So now I just have a blank item. So maybe that's something I might have to let this person know of. And the thing is, I can't remove it. You spy your neighbor Kana in the house making dinner. She doesn't look too busy. Maybe you want to hang out for a bit. Why don't we ask her to join us? Kana turns to you. It's not your friend. Her face warps into a disgusting mess of twisted flesh, and you feel your mind begin to melt. You hurry out of there in a panic, and we lose 3 reason. You enter the restroom and immediately notice your reflection in the mirrors is disemboweled. Looks like there's a blank option right here. We can either stare or run. You stare deeper and deeper. You only manage to look away when the first cuts appear on your skin, and we lose 2 stamina. Oh, this is my event right here. Okay, let's see how it turns out. You decide to look into helping test a new video game called Scare Dares. You arrive at the developer's computer lab. She asks, I need you to stay here for 24 hours straight to help find and report the bugs in the game. I will pay you more if you stay for 48 hours. What do you say? So why don't we stay for 24 hours? Knowledge check success. You stay and crash at the developer's lab for 24 hours straight. You find and report a high number of glitches and bugs in the game. You also notice the game is incredibly strange and compelling but fun. The developer pays you for your services. Okay, I think I didn't properly program the item win thing, so I didn't get anything from it. This one is called Political Speech, and this is made by 3 people. Oh, 2. As you arrive to your apartment, I see a spelling error. You decide to turn on your TV to listen to some news. I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog is a bitch ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. What the fuck did I just watch? Take that, Obama. Okay, we just ran across our first trollish kind of event. Prescription delivery. This is by how you say that? Nomatica? Pneumonia? Mnemonica? Yeah, I think it's Mnemonica. You take a moment to rest, and a staff member walks up to you. Ooh, I'm so sorry for the delay, but I have your Cotexin for you. The pharmacist seemed to think you're someone else. Pretend to be that person, explain the error. Alright, we're going to pretend to be the person. As the pharmacist talks to you, you say something that makes him pause. Wait, are you Ooh? You realize you goofed and explain that you thought he'd say your name. Oh, I read that wrong. Wait, are you Ooh? You realize you goofed and you explain that you thought he said your name. The pharmacist shoots you the evil eye and you decide you're better off elsewhere. It really felt like the evil eye though. Oh man, look at this graphic. This is incredible. You're on the way out of town when, what the hell is that in your rearview mirror? Floor it, slam on the brakes. Let's floor it. Dexterity check failure. You lose control of your vehicle in the middle of a drift. Your car tumbles down the mountain, knocking you senseless. And we have an injury, which is exposed ribs. Home preparations. You get an idea that it might be a good idea to prepare for the oncoming adventures. Your apartment is small, but there must be something useful for you to take with you. What do you do? Some weapons, something useful, some food. Why don't we take some weapons, see what we get. You head to the kitchen and check the counters. It doesn't take long to find something you could use as a weapon, and we have a meat cleaver. Okay, let's go seaside. Alright, this one is called Seaside Connection. As you're walking near the docks, an anxious woman bumps into you. She doesn't notice that she's dropped something. Investigate the pouch. Return the pouch to the woman. Let's investigate. So, knowledge check success. You look at the pouch she's dropped, and it's a bundle of syringes and a vial with a label ketorolac, a powerful analgesic. By the time you find this, the woman is gone. So you pocket it. You might need it at some point. And we have pain medication. This one is called The Small Dog. A small dog is walking the halls. Her collar says Kara. Pet the dog, scare the dog away, worship. I think last time I petted the dog, why won't you scare it away? Okay. We didn't get any words about this one. Of men and dogs. Searching for an address you found in this old occult book, you enter a nearly empty street, if not for the two tough-looking men holding large black dogs on leashes. The men are chatting quietly while the dogs stare attentively at you. You start feeling uncomfortable. March down the road anyway, find another way. Why don't we march down the road anyway? Luck check failure. You decide to march down the road, and everything's okay until the moment you approach the men. One of their dogs jump at you and bites your hand. What you thinking you're doing, eh? Its owner shouts at you angrily. Get lost. The dogs keep barking and the men keep yelling until you turn the corner at the end of the road. Only then you notice that your hand is bleeding rather bad. Okay. Got one stamina taken away. A lot of text on this one. Oh man, it almost got out the box. Alright, this one is called Dead Dude. You encounter a man in a ragged hospital gown, covered in cuts. He's not bleeding, and his face is pale. He stares at you as you pass. Why don't we politely continue? Alright, our charisma check failed. You act as polite as possible as you squeeze past, but the man sticks his tongue out and licks you. You run away nauseous and feeling strangely sluggish. Ooh, alright, what spell do we get? Or curse do we get, excuse me. Oh, we got branded, okay. Oh wow, look at the illustration on this one. You see these books over here, and you see a file cabinet, and you see kind of the rust or moss on the sides. That's really nice. This one is called Conspiracy Theories. You run into one of your old classmates that had always claimed things were not the way they seemed. With everything happening in town, you are starting to think he may have been right. Maybe he knows something about what's going on. Ask about an investigation? Nah, he's crazy. Why don't we choose this first one, ask about the investigation. Okay, we passed this one. This is exactly what happened 2 years ago in Kamarura. He gives you insight that will help you in your investigation. You make a note to never judge a book by its cover, and we get 15 experience points. Okay, let's go downtown. Let's see what we can get. This one is called Sweet Dreams. I like the bench illustration, is nice and simple. You're sitting down at a park bench to rest from your investigation. You feel your eyes start to get heavy. Resist sleeping, a little nap won't hurt. Why don't we resist? You resist the urge to sleep and continue with your investigation. You must save your town, and we get some doom removed. Round 3. Ooh, nice. I like this one so far. This one is called Third Circle Delivery. See an image. It looks like a motorcycle rider. Has a helmet. It's pretty nice. While walking down the busy downtown street, a man on a motorbike drives up to you. The biker's face is obscured by a bulky helmet, and there's a package stashed in the basket behind him. Hey you, I've got a package for you. He hands you a form and a black ball pen. Sign here. Refuse the package, sign the delivery form. Why don't we start with the first option and refuse? You refuse to sign the form, and the biker chuckles. Fine, suit yourself. He revs the engine and speeds off into the traffic. You feel paranoia and fear creeping in. Who was he? What was in the package? And more importantly, how did he know who you are? And you have one reason removed. I like this one. This is mysterious and spooky. The Thing in the Mirror. As you finish in the bathroom, you realize you hear scratching noises coming from the mirror. You see only your reflection, but the mirror is moving slightly, like something is behind it. Why don't we pull back the mirror or leave? Why don't we pull it back? Luck check success. You pull back the mirror and find an item in the alcove. You never knew there was anything behind the mirror, let alone anyone ever being in your apartment. Oh, we got a ritual dagger. All right. Okay, this one is called Forceful Detective. You're startled by sudden knocking on your apartment door. Detective Rokua, Shiokawa Police Department. I want to ask you a few questions. Please open the door. You decide to let her in. She wears a beige trench coat and her black hair extends past her shoulders. Enough bullshit. She speaks up and pulls a knife at you. Something's wrong with this city, and your name shows up in the reports way too often. Tell me all I want to know. Scream for help or do as she says. Why don't we scream for help? You You scream for help. The detective woman curses when one of your neighbors responds to your call. After she runs away, you call the nearest police station. One of the policemen arrive. They question you about the attack. And as it turns out, there's no Detective Rokuda employed at the Shirokawa Police Department. Who was she? Ooh. Yeah, that was kind of suspicious. That one was kind of spooky and mysterious. Alright, this one is called Drowning Man. Walking along the beach, you notice a man floundering in the water, not too far from the shore. You dive in to save him, but he seems further away than at first. Keep swimming, turn around, keep swimming. Luck check success. He was further away, but you still manage. You bring the man to shore and resuscitate him successfully. He thanks you profusely. This one is called Bloody Spot. As you explore the village, you see on the ground a dried splat of blood. It doesn't look too old. You feel nervous. We can ask the villagers, call the police. Why don't we ask the villagers? The villagers are as freaked out by the blood spatter as you are. Eventually, after a short search, you learn a kid fell off his bike here. Phew. And we have 2 doom removed. Okay, this one is called Mysterious Painting. You've passed by this corridor 3 times now, and the painting on the wall seems a little different every time. Strange. Ruin it. Appreciate art, leave. Why don't we ruin it? You slash at the painting, but before you can do much, an ear-splitting headache makes you fall to the ground and scream. You wake up later feeling dazed. Okay, this one is called Chill Merchant 1. Yo, nice shirt. A blonde young man welcomes you to his little corner in the docks. The youth, dressed in a black robe and a polka dot bandana, has a collection of strange items sewn on a blanket. I'm selling, you buying. You catch my deal? Want some mental rods to save your mind? Enchanted rope to protect you from evil? He says between puffs of his cigarette. They are coming, dude. We gotta be ready. Okay, cool. So it looks like we can probably buy something from this guy. Buy mental rods, buy the enchanted robe. They, what do you mean by they? Why don't we see if we can buy something? Good choice, man. They always deliver. He hands you the mental rods that you've bought, and you pull away the tape with mental rods on it, and you see what you've bought is a pack of cigarettes. You pocket them and move them away from the young merchant, who keeps mumbling to himself. So yeah, we did get the cigarettes. Yeah, I really liked that one. That was a very cool event that you can, buy something. I might have to experiment with that. This one is called Shady Dealer. As you walk down the street, someone walks to you. Hey, you look like you ache. Life's pretty painful, isn't it? I can get you something that will help. Then he shows you a pill bottle with a handwritten label saying codeine. Buy some codeine, refuse. You balk when they mention how much they're charging. They laugh for a moment. Sorry, pal, no money, no business. I'll try to find you when you have some cash to spare. Okay. I wonder if maybe I really didn't have enough funds, or maybe this is part of the story. Okay. This one is called Chill Merchant 2. Alright. Yo, nice face. A blond young man welcomes you to his little corner in the docks. The youth, dressed in a black robe and a polka dot bandana, has a collection of strange items strewn on a blanket. I'm selling, you buying. You catch my deal? Want a potion of restoration or maybe Mall of Heavens? He says between puffs of his cigarette. They're coming, dude. We gotta be ready. Okay, so we can buy potion of restoration, buy the Mall of Heavens, and they, we mean they. For this one, let's choose the second option. And we have enough money. I wonder what happens if we don't have enough money. Every warrior needs one, man. He hands you the Mall of Heavens, which is nothing more but an ordinary carpenter's hammer. You stare at the youth who, in between puffs of smoke, chuckle and mumbles to himself. You decide to leave him to his delusions. Okay, this one is called Mark Tree. Your friend left the town hurriedly. In the letter addressed to you, he has mentioned that he has hidden something for you by a tree marked with a red sign. By the late evening, you find the marked tree, and it looks as if something was buried underneath it recently. The more you stare at the marking on the tree, the more suspicious it looks. Dig in the soil and examine the red mark. Alright, we got a new item. You examine the strange marking. Suddenly, you feel an urge to scratch it. You dig in the bark until you manage to peel away some. Underneath the bark, there is a small hole with an expensive ring hidden inside it. Is this what your friend wanted you to have? And we got a new item. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's a nice ring. Okay. This one is called the Old Baba. Walking through the village, you spot a very old lady who's staring at you. Curious, you approach her. Hello, sweetheart, she croaks most happily. I'm returning home right now and was wondering if you'd like to accompany me for a second breakfast, or maybe you like some tea. Second breakfast, tea, I love tea. You know, thanks, I gotta go. Let's do the second breakfast. At the old woman's home, you're treated to some ramen, fried fish, and rice cakes. The simple yet delicious homemade meal invigorates you, and you get 1 stamina. Alright, that was nice. I wonder what happens if you don't pass it. Maybe this is a story event. Meaning, story event, meaning that it's an automatic win. Alright, let's go to the hospital. Let's see what we got there. This one is called Weird Nurse. A nurse stops you as you investigate the hospital, asking directions to the exit. Her nurse's outfit looks dirty. Strange. Politely refuse. She tries to rush past you and get away, but you stop her. Moments later, a doctor comes by and picks up the sick lady and returns her to her room, and we get +3 experience. Alright, we're back at the public library. You decide to visit the Shirakawa Public Library, located right next to the local high school. The large rooms have several sections, each containing books that might be of help to you. Which section do you visit? History, occult, manga. Oh man. Let's start with history, and the next time we'll go to occult and manga. Fortunately, you spot some books detailing the long history of Shirakawa, reaching back to the 19th century. You learn quite a lot about the local shrines, old mansions, important events, and famous people of the town's past. And we get +15 experience. This one is called Third Circle Test. Greetings, my friend. A masked villager approaches you with open arms. I'm here to find exceptional individuals. I shall test you to see if you're the one. But tell me first, what do you think is your greatest strength? Check my biceps, bro. Knowledge of all things, my swift moves, and fast hands. Why don't we do the first one? Strength check failure. Suddenly, you feel your stomach's hurting. You are forced to kneel as your stomach violently empties itself of what you've had for breakfast. The masked villager laughs. You're simply not worthy. Farewell. You vomit a few more times, and when you stand up, the villager is gone, and we lose 2 stamina. This one is called Bear. There's a bear in the distance. Sneak past. Oh fuck. Oh man, that's funny. Why don't we sneak past? The bear looks around as you quietly scamper between trees and over leaves. Luckily, you manage to get far enough away that it seems to ignore you. Oh, we're back to delivery for Haru. Or maybe it was a different one. I don't know. A man on a motorcycle signals for you to stop. I have a delivery for you. Haru, is that you? Why don't we say yes it is? Alright, here you go. Good luck. He rides away. And we get cigarettes. This one is called Hunger Calls. After adventures of yesterday's night, you've crashed in your bedroom and fell into deep slumber. Now it is morning, and with horror you realize that you forgot to buy groceries, and the fridge is empty, except the leftovers that were sitting in the back of the shelf for the past 5 days or so. You're not sure if they're still good for eating. Brave the leftovers, order some food. Alright, let's always choose the first option and choose brave the leftovers to see what happens. You reheat the leftovers. Much to your delight, they're as good as they were back then. You chomp down on them happily, and we get negative. Oh, excuse me. We get 1 stamina granted to us. This one's called Junko's new CD. You're visited by one of your neighbors. He explains that his favorite pop singer, Junko, has recently released her new music CD. Your neighbor loves it and is offering to lend you his CDP 101 so that you can listen to the music too. Maybe some other time, sure or not. Let's choose the first option. You politely decline the offer, and you've got more important things to do than listen to pop songs. Alright, and we're done.